You think you are free. You think you make your own choices. But every day, invisible forces shape your thoughts. They decide what you value, who you trust, even how you feel. And most of the time, you don't notice. The world is full of manipulators. Not all of them are villains. Some are friends. Some are bosses. Some are strangers online. They follow rules older than any country, older than law. Rules designed to control without force. Rules that work because we don't see them. Imagine walking into a room and everyone around you subtly guides your actions. Your opinions, your decisions, even your emotions are shaped without a single word being spoken. You think it is your choice. It is not. This is not theory. This is real life. Every relationship, every job, every interaction has its hidden rules. And these rules are not obvious. They are subtle. They are quiet. They are dangerous because they feel normal. By the end of this video, you will see things differently. You will recognize the hidden patterns in daily life. You will notice the invisible threads that pull on your thoughts. And you will understand one terrible truth. Most of what you believe is free is not. 7 rules shape your world. 7 rules control your mind behind the scenes. Not forcefully, not with threats, but quietly, invisibly, persistently. Machiavelli wrote them centuries ago. And today, they are more relevant than ever. You might not like what you discover. It may feel unsettling, but awareness is the first step. Once you see the strings, the show will never look the same. Are you ready to uncover the rules that control you? Power rarely announces itself. Authority rarely shouts. Control is most effective when it is invisible. That is the essence of Machiavelli's wisdom. He understood that the human mind can be influenced without noticing. People obey, follow, and surrender without realizing they are doing it. Think about your life. Who decides what you wear, what you consume, what you fear, or what you desire? Often, it feels like you do. But the truth is, invisible hands guide you. Marketing, politics, social pressures, even the people closest to you, all pull strings. Subtle signals, repeated patterns, small nudges. You think it is random, it is not. Machiavelli wrote about power in politics, but the principles apply everywhere. They apply to friendships, workplaces, families, and even online. Understanding these rules is not about becoming manipulative. It is about recognizing manipulation when it happens. Awareness is the shield. Understanding the mechanisms is the armor. These 7 rules are not hypothetical. They are psychological truths. They exploit weaknesses in perception, emotion, and thought. They reveal how humans respond predictably when confronted with certain situations. And they are timeless. The same tactics that ruled kingdoms now operate in offices, social media, and intimate relationships. Each rule we will explore shows a facet of control. One rule focuses on perception, another on dependence, another on timing, and each operates quietly behind the scenes, shaping your choices long before you realize. By the end of this exploration, you will start noticing patterns you missed. You will see how even ordinary interactions are guided by these principles. You may even feel uncomfortable. That is normal. Discomfort is the first sign of awareness. The world is not as random as it seems. There are rules, hidden rules. And these 7 Machiavellian rules are the most powerful. They govern behavior without violence. They manipulate minds without words. And now, they are about to become visible to you. The first rule is simple but profound. Control perception. Ignore reality. People rarely respond to facts. They respond to appearances. This is the hidden secret of power. Those who shape perception shape reality. Look around you. Advertisements, politics, social media, all create illusions. You do not respond to products. You respond to images. You do not respond to ideas. You respond to narratives. Perception is the lens through which your mind interprets the world. Change the lens, and you change the response. The psychology behind it is simple. Humans evolved to react quickly. Brains make shortcuts. We trust appearances. We judge by signals. Confidence is more persuasive than competence. A calm voice often outweighs a strong argument. People act based on how things seem, not how they are. Control perception, and you control behavior. CEOs use it to guide employees. Leaders use it to gain loyalty. Friends use it to influence decisions. Even strangers online manipulate perception with images, words, and timing. You believe what you see, not what exists. Example, a co-worker smiles and nods. You assume agreement, but internally, they may have other motives. The smile shapes your perception. You act based on it. The reality is hidden. Control perception by controlling information. Subtle omission, timing, and emphasis can shape conclusions without confrontation. When you see someone projecting confidence, charm, or authority, consider what is being hidden. Often, it is the critical truth. The lesson is uncomfortable. Reality matters less than appearance. In modern life, perception guides choices more than facts. Social media profiles, marketing campaigns, public speeches, all exploit this rule. You live in a world where signals matter more than substance, and most people never notice. Understanding this rule is the first step toward awareness. Stop believing everything you see. Question the signals. Recognize the difference between perception and reality. Awareness erodes control. Knowledge frees you from invisible influence. Dependence is silent power. When people rely on you, they follow your lead without realizing it. The more they need you, the less free they become. And yet, dependence feels natural. It feels safe. It feels unavoidable. Look around. Every relationship has invisible threads of dependence. Friends lean on advice. Employees rely on guidance. Families depend on support. Even society depends on systems they do not fully understand. Each thread is a subtle way to influence behavior. Humans crave stability. We fear being alone or unsupported. When someone provides a solution, a skill, or an emotional anchor, they gain influence. Dependence does not need coercion. It grows quietly, like a vine wrapping around a tree. By the time the person notices, the control is already in place. Think about work. A co-worker consistently handles difficult tasks. The team grows reliant. Decisions start to follow that person's judgment. The same principle applies socially. People who offer guidance, protection, or validation create subtle authority. The psychological mechanism is simple. Humans seek comfort. Dependency offers comfort. Once people accept the comfort, they are less likely to resist influence. They may even defend the very dependence that restricts them. The danger is invisible. Dependence is mistaken for trust. Gratitude masks control. The more indispensable you become, the more influence you have, often without exercising it consciously. Conversely, when others make you dependent, your autonomy slips quietly. Machiavelli recognized this centuries ago. He advised rulers to make subjects rely on them. Modern life is no different. People who control access to resources, information, or approval gain power. They do not need to force compliance. Compliance comes naturally. The lesson is subtle. Notice where dependence exists in your life. Observe who benefits from your reliance and whom you rely on. Awareness creates choice. Without awareness, your freedom is quietly diminished. Control grows behind the scenes, hidden in comfort, convenience, and gratitude. Dependency is the invisible leash. Those who recognize it can free themselves. Those who ignore it remain guided by invisible hands. The third rule is deceptively simple. Keep your intentions hidden. Clarity is often disarming. People assume that transparency equals honesty. But the truth is more complex. Machiavelli wrote that revealing your goals can be dangerous. People will act against you if they know your plans. Humans instinctively resist perceived threats. But when intentions are unclear, resistance falters. Look at daily life. Conversations often hide motives. Compliments, agreements, or casual remarks carry unseen weight. The mind rarely detects subtle strategies. Confidence, calmness, and silence disguise intent. People respond to what they see, not what is planned. Hiding intentions is not about deception for personal gain. It is about protecting yourself from unnecessary conflict. In workplaces, negotiations, or relationships, clarity can be weaponized against you. The more visible your aim, the easier it is for others to manipulate or obstruct you. Psychologically, humans overestimate their understanding. We assume we see motives clearly. But our perception is flawed. Ambiguity masks strategy. Those who master this rule move silently, yet decisively. Their influence is often invisible. Even simple actions follow this principle. A leader may present ideas casually without revealing ultimate goals. A friend may offer advice without revealing their vision. In every case, hidden intent controls outcomes more effectively than overt force. Modern life amplifies this rule. Social media, emails, text messages all offer opportunities to conceal motives. The fewer people know about your intentions, the less they can interfere. Ambiguity becomes a tool of silent power. The lesson is clear. Clarity is not always virtue. Sometimes it is vulnerability. Observe where intentions are hidden around you. Understand that silence, calmness, and ambiguity can shape outcomes quietly. Awareness of hidden motives erodes control. Those who hide intentions are often in charge without appearing dominant. Those who reveal too much invite resistance. Understanding this rule is essential to recognizing unseen control in daily life. Strength is intimidating. People resist overt power. But weakness invites protection and underestimation. This is the paradox. Showing less makes you more influential. Machiavelli described rulers who feigned vulnerability to gain loyalty. The same principle applies in modern life. Appear harmless, and others let their guard down. Appear weak, and people underestimate your potential. Influence grows quietly in the shadows. Consider relationships. People reveal more to those they think cannot act against them. In workplaces, those who appear modest or unassuming often gather information unnoticed. Strategic vulnerability creates opportunity. Psychologically, humans seek to balance power. We unconsciously support the weak and challenge the strong. Those who master this rule manipulate perception without overt action. They appear manageable while quietly guiding outcomes. This is not about pretending to be incapable. It is about controlling how others perceive your capacity. Calm composure, modest claims, and selective restraint create subtle authority. People do not resist what they underestimate. Modern examples abound. Online influencers present approachable personas while wielding massive influence. Employees appear collaborative while quietly steering decisions. Friends project humility while shaping social norms. Each case shows that perceived weakness is a tool of control. The lesson is uncomfortable. Power often works best when hidden. Those who flaunt strength provoke resistance. Those who conceal strength gain compliance. By understanding appearances, you begin to see invisible influence in your life. Awareness of this rule reveals a truth. What seems harmless may be powerful. What seems weak may command more authority than you realize. Control is often invisible, hidden in subtle perception. Fear is a tool, but it is dangerous. Too much fear breeds rebellion. Too little fear leaves you ignored. The balance is subtle. The key is to use fear selectively, just enough to guide behavior. Machiavelli warned rulers not to terrorize subjects constantly. Modern life works the same way. Threats, pressure, or intimidation may work temporarily, but over time, humans adapt. They resist, rebel, or retreat. Influence fades if fear is constant. Look at workplaces. A manager who shouts constantly may be obeyed for a while. But resentment grows. Productivity drops. Loyalty disappears. Fear without control loses power. The same principle applies in relationships, politics, and society. Humans respond best to controlled fear. It is the surprise, the anticipation, the uncertainty that triggers action. Fear becomes a tool only when applied sparingly. Predictable threats are ineffective. Subtle cues, unexpected consequences, and rare displays of authority maintain influence without oppression. The psychological reason is clear. Constant fear activates defense mechanisms. Fight or flight overrides rational thought. People resist or shut down. But occasional fear triggers attention and compliance. It sharpens focus without exhausting the mind. Even online, selective fear is effective. Warnings, scarcity, and social pressure guide behavior. But constant alerts numb the response. Manipulators understand this instinctively. They use it to create compliance while maintaining loyalty. The lesson is essential. Influence works best when fear is strategic. Subtle tension guides choices. Overexposure destroys it. Recognizing the rare, calculated use of fear around you reveals hidden control. Once aware, you can see when fear is a tool and when it is just noise. Power is not domination. Power is subtle guidance. Fear is one tool among many. Understanding its proper use illuminates invisible control in everyday life. Timing is more powerful than strength. Patience beats aggression. Subtle delays, well-chosen moments, and precise interventions shape outcomes more effectively than brute force. Machiavelli emphasized patience in power struggles. The same principle applies today. Those who understand timing can manipulate situations without confrontation. They allow events to unfold, then act when resistance is weakest. Look at negotiations. Rushing triggers defensiveness. Waiting forces the other party to commit first. Timing creates leverage. Influence grows quietly while others act according to the planner's rhythm. Psychologically, humans respond predictably to timing. Delays increase anticipation. Pressure influences decisions. Rare opportunities feel valuable. Strategic patience converts uncertainty into control. Even social interactions rely on timing. A pause before speaking conveys authority. Choosing the right moment to offer advice, criticism, or support maximizes impact. The wrong moment nullifies influence, even with truth or skill. Modern life amplifies this rule. Online trends, marketing campaigns, and political strategies exploit timing. Releasing information, creating scarcity, or sending signals at the right moment ensures compliance and attention. Timing shapes perception, response, and behavior more than force ever could. The lesson is clear. Watch the rhythm of events around you. Recognize who controls timing. Awareness of when actions occur is as important as the actions themselves. Those who master timing shape outcomes invisibly. Those who react impulsively remain guided by unseen forces. Influence is rarely about speed or strength. It is about patience, observation, and precision. Recognizing the patterns of timing around you reveals control that is otherwise invisible. This is the deepest form of control. Make people believe they are acting freely. Influence becomes invisible when they think they chose the path themselves. Machiavelli described rulers who never forced decisions. Instead, they guided subjects to conclusions they believed were their own. Modern psychology confirms the same principle. The illusion of choice is more persuasive than coercion. Think about persuasion. People resist commands. They defend opinions they think are their own. Subtle suggestions, framing, and guided options can steer decisions without apparent manipulation. Compliance feels voluntary. Autonomy is maintained, yet influence occurs. The mind does not recognize invisible guidance. Humans cherish ownership of their choices. Once someone believes an idea is theirs, they defend it passionately. They act in alignment with the influencer without ever noticing. Daily life is full of examples. A manager frames a project as a team initiative. A marketer presents options so you feel in control. A friend guides you to a conclusion without revealing intent. In each case, control is complete and invisible. Psychologically, this rule works because humans resist external imposition. Freedom is valued. When choices are perceived as self-directed, resistance disappears. Influence becomes effortless. The lesson is profound. The most effective control is the one you never detect. Ownership of ideas hides manipulation. Influence without awareness is absolute. Once aware, You can detect guided outcomes, recognize invisible threads, and regain autonomy. Machiavelli understood human nature deeply. He knew the power of subtle guidance. Modern life operates on the same principle. Influence is often invisible, disguised as autonomy. Recognizing this reveals the hidden rules that shape your decisions every day. Machiavelli's rules are uncomfortable because they reflect human nature, not morality. Freedom is often an illusion. Influence is everywhere. Control is invisible, persistent, and psychological. Consider life. Even your beliefs, desires, and choices are shaped by forces you barely notice. Culture, society, relationships, and media operate according to unseen rules. Rarely is force necessary. Subtle guidance suffices. This is unsettling, but knowledge is liberating. Understanding the mechanisms of influence does not make you manipulative. It makes you aware. It allows you to observe patterns without falling prey to them. Awareness breaks the invisible chains. Philosophy teaches that reality is perception. Psychology confirms it. Machiavelli's genius was understanding both. Control is quiet because humans respond predictably. The more predictable, the easier it is to guide behavior. The lesson is simple. The world is structured. Patterns exist. Once you see them, the show is never the same. You gain a perspective few possess. And that perspective is freedom. These rules are everywhere. Workplaces, friendships, social media, governments, families. Authority does not need violence to operate. Subtle patterns shape decisions, emotions, and behavior. You notice small nudges in your life. Promotions, praise, criticism, or even casual advice are often guided by hidden principles. Choices you believed were free were influenced by unseen hands. Social media is a perfect example. Algorithms, content design, and engagement patterns exploit perception, timing, and dependence. You scroll, click, and react as if free, yet your behavior follows invisible guidance. Awareness is key. Once you recognize the threads, you can see the motives, patterns, and influence attempts. You cannot stop all control, but you can observe it, question it, and reclaim autonomy in critical decisions. Power is rarely visible. It works quietly, psychologically, and subtly. These rules show you how influence operates in daily life, and they allow you to understand your own responses to it. True power is awareness. Once you recognize the patterns, control loses its grip. Knowledge shields you more than strength. Understanding human behavior, hidden influence, and subtle guidance grants perspective. You do not need to resist everything. You do not need to fight every thread. Awareness is enough. Observation empowers. Recognition dismantles invisible control. These rules are not instructions for domination. They are lessons in perception. Recognize manipulation, subtle influence, and guided behavior. Awareness transforms your world. Once you see the strings, the show is never the same. Everyday interactions reveal themselves differently. Choices feel less automatic. Influence becomes visible. Awareness is uncomfortable, but liberating. Machiavelli's rules are timeless because human nature is timeless. Control thrives quietly, persistently, and invisibly. But you can see it, and seeing it is power. Every interaction, every decision, every influence now carries a new meaning. You are awake. You are aware. And that is the greatest power you can hold.